1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be doing a haul video for a ton of miscellaneous items. I've done two separate haul videos for LEGO, one for LEGO Ninjago specifically, and then one for just all the other LEGO themes that I've collected over the first half of this year. But for this video, we're going to be going over Blu-rays, books, posters, Funko Pops, just a ton of cool stuff. So a very wide variety here for this video, so I do hope you go on to enjoy, and be sure to let me know some of the items that you picked up throughout the year thus far. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video here and start off with the first item. Alright, so we're going to start off here with the Pokemon cards, and I don't normally buy Pokemon cards anymore, but I got these at McDonald's. We got a Happy Meal, and it actually came with two of the Pokemon TCG packs right here. I believe we got like two Happy Meals, and one of each came with one of the packs here. So these are really cool. I kept one of them sealed and then opened the other one, and there's some pretty cool stuff inside. You have some stickers. You get, of course, the pack of cards, which I believe includes 4 cards within the pack, so that's kind of cool as well. And these are just really nice sort of collector's items here. I like to pick up the occasional Pokemon item because I was a huge fan of Pokemon. I still am a fan, but just not as much of an active one playing the games or anything because I just can't find the time to do it. But I do really still like Pokemon quite a bit, so I'm glad I was able to get these really cool items that probably won't ever be available again, at least these ones specifically. Maybe they'll do another promotion at some point in the future, but I'm glad to have these ones in my collection here, and they're definitely quite cool. Alright, now we're going to move into the Blu-rays here of this haul, and I'm going to warn you, I've only seen one of the films, the first one that I'm going to show you here, out of all the Blu-rays that I picked up. So just a warning there, I'm not really going to be able to comment on the actual movie, and just more so talk about why I picked it up and what a great deal I got some of these for. But the first one here is Batman Hush. I have seen this one. I'm a huge fan of the comic book, and I'm really glad that they adapted it into an animated film. I don't think it's as good as the comic book was, because that one just dives into a lot more detail, I felt, but I did like getting to see some of the elements of it put into animation. Of course, animation's one of my favorite formats. I just love it so much, so it was really cool to see this, and I love the art style of the DC animated film, so this was really cool. I picked it up for only $10 at Walmart. Just a fantastic deal that I cannot pass up. I always like to try to get these with slipcovers as well. I really will only buy a Blu-ray if it has the slipcover. If it doesn't have one, I don't really bother with it, in all honesty. I know that might seem kind of weird to some people, but it's just kind of how I do my collection. So it's definitely a cool one here, a great looking cover, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. Now we've got Batman Death in the Family right here, and this one is actually an interactive movie, and I haven't checked it out for myself, but I have seen some trailers for it that showcase some of the elements of it, and I know it has to do with like deciding whether or not Jason Todd lives, and then it kind of like propels the story in like 2 separate directions depending on what decision you make. So I found that really interesting, and I got this one for only 12 bucks. I'd seen it on Amazon for like $35, and I was like, why is a Blu-ray that much money? I don't know if it's the element of that it's interactive, so they consider that they can just up the price on it. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but it's definitely a cool one. I love the slipcover on this as well. So glad to have it with that. The DC animated films are something really special to me, and that I love to get with all of the slipcovers. There's some that I picked up off of eBay, luckily, to be able to get some that I wound up missing, but there's a few that I've fallen behind on because I haven't been collecting Blu-rays as heavily because I wanted to save my money more so for LEGO purchases. But definitely super glad to get this one on a great deal, and really happy to add it to the collection. And I'm also really excited to check it out and kind of see how the interactive storytelling plays into it. Okay, now the next one that I have here, once again, another DC animated film, and this is Deathstroke Knights and Dragons. This is a really cool one. I've seen the trailer for this from quite a while ago, and it looked really interesting. I love the character of Deathstroke, so I think it's really cool that they're giving him the spotlight for this animated film. I think that's the nice thing about these animated films, is that you get to see some different characters take the spotlight in them. Of course, Deathstroke is a big character in the DC universe, of course, within Arrow show and things like that. He's a big element for those things, but it's cool to get to see him just on his own here in the animated film. So I'm excited to check this one out. It was only $12 once again. That's the price for most of these other than like the Batman Hush, but definitely a cool one. I do like this quite a bit. A really clean looking slipcover as well. So loving all the elements here, and I just really hope the film ends up being really good. Alright, now the next one that I have here is one that I didn't originally plan on picking up, but it kind of lines up with like the way they do the DC animated films. It's another Warner Brothers film, but it's not technically connected to the DC animated universe, but it's the Mortal Kombat one right here, Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge, and I know they're making another of these ones as well that they just recently announced, so I am glad to have this one in my collection because I'll probably pick up the continuation film as well. But this one, once again, for $12, it was just a deal that I couldn't pass up. I enjoyed the new Mortal Kombat film, the live action one. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. It had some good action sequences, but I have some pretty high hopes for this because the animated films are usually quite good from DC, and I figured that this one will probably live up to a similar quality at least, so I think it will be a lot of fun to check it out. I'm a fan of the Mortal Kombat franchise more casually than most people, I would say, but I still really enjoy it quite a bit, so I am excited to get to check this film out once I get around to watching it. Alright, so now we're going to start going through the Funko Pops right here, and the first one that I have was a gift from my grandma, and this one here is from My Hero Academia. It is Deku in his fully like powered up form, where you can see all of the energy flowing through him, which is just such a cool design. This has got to be one of my absolute favorite My Hero Academia Pops in general. I think it's just such a phenomenal looking design. I love the overall look of it, and Deku, of course, is just one of my favorite characters from the series. It's one of my favorite anime of all time as well, so it was a no-brainer here, and I'm so glad that she got this one for me as a gift. So once again, thanks so much to my grandma, and that's all I gotta say for Deku. Now the next pop that we have here, I actually got two together at Hot Topic the day before I'm recording this video, so very recent pickups, and I've been trying to stay away from picking up any Funko Pops myself because I'm so now into Lego that I feel like I have to budget properly if I want to be able to buy all the Lego that I can, but there were some really tempting ones at Hot Topic that I wound up seeing, so I couldn't pass on them. It was a buy one, get one 50% off deal, so each pop came out to about $12 with tax, which was not a bad price at all. So the first one here is from SpongeBob here, and it's him lifting his weights right here. Just a really funny moment from the actual show that I think is a bit of a recurring theme, of course, with SpongeBob always just lifting teddy bears instead of actual weights. So it is a pretty cool pop design, I must say, so I do like this one quite a bit, and it was a Hot Topic exclusive, so I figured I might not get the chance to pick this one up again because I don't go to Hot Topic too often anymore, so I thought might as well jump at the chance to get this figure. Now the next one here and the final pop here for this haul was the reason why I bought the pops at Hot Topic. This was the one that I was really drawn towards, a character that I've really wanted to get this version of for quite a while, and it's from the Spider-Man PS4 game, the Miles Morales one, and this one here is Miles himself, but in like a winter outfit and hanging upside down as well. Once again, another Hot Topic exclusive, and they only had like 2 of these in the store, so I was like, oh, I'm really trying not to buy Funko Pops, but I was like, it's too cool. Like, it's such an amazing looking design. I love it so much. I love the color scheme. Red and black are just 2 of my favorite colors going together, so I've always been really partial to Miles' suit, so I love the look of it here. I love winter as well, so it just all came together to make a really great design here, and one that definitely really appealed to me, so that's why I chose to pick this one up, and I'm glad at least I got it for a bit of a deal, so it doesn't make me feel as bad that I picked up some more Funko Pops. Alright, now we've made it to the posters portion of the haul right here, and I have 3 that I did wind up picking up throughout 2021. The first one that I got was a hot reward off of Disney Movie Insiders for 400 points, and it was the WandaVision poster. Just an absolutely amazing one. It's such a great series as well, so I'm really glad that I now have a representation of it for something that I can put up on my wall. I think it's just got a great design. It's the final poster as well, so it's the one that feels like it has the most going going on also, which I really do love quite a bit. So I like that one a ton. Then the next one that I got was a bit more pricey off of Disney Movie Insiders for 765 points, but this one was the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 poster. I had the Volume 1 poster, so I figured I gotta get the two of them together. I had missed out on the Volume 2 poster the first time when it was released on Disney Movie Rewards, but then when they did this upgrade to their Insiders website, they did wind up adding the poster back and even putting it on a sale as well, so I knew I couldn't pass on it a second time because it's a really great looking poster, so much colors going on as well, so I do like that one quite a bit. And then the final poster that I got was a Loki one. I've been loving that series thus far. I just got through episode 4 at the time of filming this, so I was just really hyped up on the show, so I knew I had to get this one. It was only 400 points as well, similar to the WandaVision one, so I had no issue with that. I think it's a great looking poster as well. And the only one that I've missed thus far this year is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier poster. For some reason, the final version of that poster they didn't wind up putting on a sale, so it was 800 points instead of the 400, so unfortunately I didn't wind up picking it up, even though I could have. I was like, maybe it'll go on a sale, but then it just wound up selling out, so I can only hope that they'll wind up restocking that at some point, because I definitely do want to get that one, because I want to have all the posters for the Disney Plus Marvel shows, so definitely want to get that one at some point. But those are all of the posters that I got for 2021. Alright everybody, so that's going to conclude my whole video here for all of the miscellaneous items that I picked up throughout 2021 thus far. I hope you did enjoy the video. Be sure to let me know what some of your pickups have been throughout the course of this year thus far, and be sure to stay tuned to the channel if you want to see my second half of 2021 haul. Of course, I don't know what that's going to include as of yet, but I'm sure there's going to be some pretty cool stuff, so stay tuned for that. And also be sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, subscribe as well so you could stay tuned for that video. But thanks so much for watching. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.